Our work is very much related to precision.
Yes, but I would say creatively and technically.
Yeah.
Both. We take care that technically, let's say, the LED is lighting properly, but also that the color is what we want, or the dynamic of the light is what we want.
We try to create experiences out of space and time, let's say, or create like an imaginary space, something like a dream.
I'm Eloy Maduel. My background is computer science.
I am Santi Villanova. My background is in graphic design and music composition. I work together with Eloy in Playmodes, and we have this shared interest of using technology as an artistic medium for projects that blend art, science, and audiovisual research. We are Playmodes. We have fun with art and technology.
We share passion or love for natural phenomena. So we love how the geometry is inside plant growing, or how chaotic is a cloud or a storm. The pieces that we try to do, they are somehow reproducing these experiences that we have been experiencing in the natural field.
So we don't depict characters or we don't describe realistic situations. What we do is create abstract landscapes. I personally have this feeling that the best artworks are those that are so far away from design or propaganda that they do not say something explicitly, but they are open to the viewer's interpretation.
You learn a lot when you move from your comfort zone, which would be more like content creation, light, control, music, but not hardware and constructing, building 150 units of something. I think that the people from Lightnet go to the museum and see our work. They like it, and they call us and ask for a collaboration, and that was the starting point, I guess.
In fact, it's the first time that we make a collaboration with an industrial partner.
Sometimes we work with rental equipment, and it has happened several times that we end up talking to the engineers, saying, can you help me to change this behavior of a fixture, of a light? So having someone who is building lights sitting on the same table and saying, let's do something together, it's like a super pleasure, and saying, yeah, of course, let's do something.
Usually it's ourselves doing everything. So on the last Kinetic installation that we did, it was here on this studio full of our friends, like assembling everything. It was fun, but it wasn't. I mean, we couldn't focus exactly on our strengths, let's say, and we had to be there like soldering and whatever.
We are the same strict guys on creative and technical stuff, where we put the same effort or the same judgment on technical and creative precision of things, no? Because we have a clear idea or a clear vision of how things should be. So then we work towards that this might happen. It's a technical issue, we'll try to solve it or make it better. If it's a creative issue, we'll try to solve it and make it better.
Yeah, and I would say every artist, okay, we work with digital technologies, okay. But no, painters work with painting technologies. No, they work with pigments and they work with brushes. And I am sure that painters are very much worried about the technical...
about what they use and how they use it. No?
I would say it's the same, but we are just working with digital technologies. Part
of the idea comes from the liquid line, because we already have been working with kinetic elements in a modular approach. When we see the liquid line, that was one of the first ideas, say maybe we can use curved profiles instead of like a straight line. So what you'll see is a wall full of rotating arcs arranged in a triangular matrix. These arcs can connect one to the next to create like more complex shapes, together with light that can travel around the path. And the idea is to play with the creative possibilities of that kinetic tessellation system. We decide, okay, can we do this kind of thing, like a circular of this, with this precision and they say, yes, of course, we can do that. For us, it's like a gift, because we are mainly focused on the software and the logical development of our tools, let's say, but having the option that someone can build your ideas, make them real, that's amazing, and that's been a super pleasure. And also that Lightnet does everything in-house. We feel that there's a resonance with our work on this sense of do-it-yourself, no? Whereas you find
many companies that they assemble things that come from the Asian market or whatever, and they just make like a simple design process. Every part of the process is controlled and made in-house, and we feel that's a very honest way of working, and that it deeply resonates with what we do, because at the end, if you want full quality on the things that you do, you need to control every part of the process. That's something that Lightnet does, that's something that we do, and we're happy to have found this kind of partner. And the experience on the factory, it was like two little children on a chocolate factory, watching all these machines that could make all these marvelous things, like bending aluminium, soldering chips, and making like diffusers, and it was like, come on, this is like the real playground. It was so fun, and it also triggered our imagination, like, maybe with these people in the future we could do this thing that we've been aiming for so long. I think it's a win-win collaboration, let's say, because we learn from how the industry works, and the industry can also be inspired or learn a little bit from our vision, let's say. And I think that's positive for everyone.